You did not plan this, but somehow you caused the group to laugh at your worst hater. And the truth is, it was not because you attacked them. It was not because you plotted revenge. It was not because you stooped to their level. It happened because you stood still and God stepped in. You already knew who your biggest hater was. You felt it in your spirit long ago. You saw the side eyes. You heard the subtle digs disguised as jokes. You noticed how your name kept coming up in rooms you were not even in. But you chose peace. You chose to mind your business. And somehow that silence exposed everything. You were never loud about it. From the beginning, you knew this person did not like you. You could sense it, but you also knew something else. Most people would not understand what you were seeing or feeling. So you stayed quiet, because sometimes wisdom isn't proving your point, it's protecting your peace. Meanwhile, your worst hater was busy building a narrative. They convinced themselves and others that they were powerful, untouchable, strategic, intelligent. They made it seem like they were 10 steps ahead of everyone else. And for a while, people believed them. They recruited their little circle, their flying monkeys, late-night meetings, group chats, whispered conversations, brainstorm sessions on how to finally bring you down. They thought they were organized. They thought they were clever. They thought you were unaware. But what they did not realize is that God was in every room they entered. Every tactic they designed, every manipulation they rehearsed, every rumor they carefully crafted, God heard it all. The Bible says in Psalm 121 verse 4, "Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep." While they were staying up late plotting against you, God was wide awake. They thought their spiritual darts would land. They thought their words would weaken you. They thought their schemes would confuse you. But they failed over and over again. Not because you were fighting back, but because heaven was blocking it. Some battles you never felt because God intercepted them before they reached you. Some attacks never touched you because they were stopped mid-air. And your hater, they could not understand why nothing was working. That's when frustration turned into desperation. Your biggest hater kept coming up with new ideas. Every plan was shared with their recruits. Every scheme was sponsored and fueled by jealousy. But every single tactic failed. You kept thriving, glowing, and minding your business. And the group started noticing. At first, they were confused. Why isn't this working? Why does nothing stick? Why does it seem like they are unbothered? Because you were covered. Because what God protects, no one can curse. The more your hater tried, the more exposed they became. And here is the part they did not see coming. The group they recruited to help them fight you are starting to look at them differently. The same people who once thought your hater was powerful now started questioning them. They realized something shocking. This person does not actually know what they are doing. Their untouchable image started cracking, and slowly the tone shifted. The whispers changed direction. Instead of laughing at you, they started laughing at the one who recruited them. Not because you embarrassed them, not because you exposed them intentionally, but because their own failure exposed them. You were just a mirror. The energy they threw at you bounced back. The traps they set revealed their own insecurity. The attacks they launched highlighted their jealousy. You did not defeat them, they defeated themselves. Now the group sees it clearly. It was never about something you did. It was never about a real offense. It was jealousy. The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 16 verse 18, "Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall." Your hater believed they were untouchable. They believed their influence was permanent. They believed their manipulation was powerful. But pride blinded them, and now the very people they gathered to destroy you are questioning their leadership. Some are laughing and distancing themselves. Some are realizing they were used. You are still just minding your business, going outside, handling your responsibilities, coming back home in peace. You did not change, but the atmosphere did. There were battles fought on your behalf that you will never fully know about. Conversations you were not present for. Accusations that were blocked. Spiritual attacks that dissolved before they touched you. You were living your life unaware that heaven was active. While they were strategizing, God was dismantling. While they were planning, God was protecting. While they were speaking, God was silencing. And now the same group that once believed the lies sees the truth. Not because you forced it, but because God revealed it. When God exposes someone, He does it in a way that no one can argue with. It becomes obvious, undeniable, almost embarrassing. You did not destroy your hater's reputation. You did not run a campaign against them. You did not gather your own army. You simply existed. And your existence triggered their insecurity. Their obsession exposed their weakness. Their constant scheming revealed their instability. Their repeated failures exposed their lack of power. You were just living, they were performing, and eventually the performance collapsed. Now the same people who once thought they were intelligent and strategic are realizing something deeper. They were fighting you out of envy, and that realization hits differently. Because when jealousy is exposed, respect disappears. There is power in silence. There is strength in restraint. There is victory in letting God handle it. You could have defended yourself loudly. You could have called everything out. You could have matched energy with energy, but you did not. And because you did not, God did. And when God handles something, He doesn't just win the battle, He flips the narrative. The group isn't laughing because you mocked anyone. They are laughing because the illusion fell apart. The untouchable became exposed. The mastermind became confused. You are still standing, still favored, still protected. You don't have to fight every battle. You don't have to expose every lie. You don't have to defend yourself in every room. God sees, God hears, God responds. The same people who once doubted you may one day see the truth without you saying a word. The same group that once followed your hater may eventually question everything they were told. And when the room shifts, when the laughter changes direction, when the truth becomes undeniable, stay humble, quiet, grateful, because it wasn't revenge that brought you here, it was protection. And the God who protected you in silence will continue to elevate you in public. Keep minding your business. Keep walking in integrity. Keep trusting divine timing. Because when God fights for you, the outcome speaks louder than you ever could. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you.